If you visit a Japanese castle and only take a photo of the main keep, you may miss the most interesting part. These castles were designed not only to look beautiful, but also to protect what was inside. Japanese castles were defensive spaces as much as they were symbols of power. Their walls, moats, gates, and paths were carefully planned to slow enemies down. Once you stop looking at only the tower, the whole castle starts to tell a story. Moats, stone walls, gates, and winding paths all reveal how the castle worked. In this video, we will look at 6 Japanese castles that travelers can actually visit today. More importantly, I will show you what to notice so your visit becomes much more rewarding. Later in the video, I will also show which castles are easier for first-time visitors, which are better for repeat travelers, and what to know before you go. That way, you can choose a castle that matches your travel style. When many people imagine a Japanese castle, they think only of the main keep. But the keep is just one part of a much larger and more interesting place. A castle becomes more meaningful when you include the moat, stone walls, gates, turrets, open spaces, and even the old castle town around it. The experience starts long before you enter the keep. When you arrive at a castle, do not rush straight to the top. First, pay attention to the path you are being led along, because turns and gates often reveal the castle's defensive design. In Japan, 12 castle keeps still survive from the early modern period. These are often called original keeps, and they let you walk through real historic wooden structures. Other castles lost their keeps because of war, fire, earthquakes, or political change, and were rebuilt later. Many reconstructed keeps now work as museums that explain the history clearly. One type is not simply better than the other. Original keeps let you feel old wood and steep stairs, while reconstructed keeps often make history easier to understand. Do not begin with the tower. Start with the moat, because it helps you understand where the important areas of the castle began and how movement was controlled. Next, study the stone walls. The size of the stones, the angle of the slope, and the shape of the corners all show the castle's engineering and power. At each gate, take a moment and look around. Gates were not just entrances. They were designed to control direction, slow down attackers, and give defenders an advantage. Look for narrow passages, small openings in the walls, and routes that do not go straight. These beautiful castles quietly hide many defensive ideas in plain sight. Now, let us use these viewing points as we explore real castles you can visit. We will start with one of Japan's most famous castles, Himeji Castle. Himeji Castle is famous for its white walls and elegant rooflines. It is one of Japan's best-known original castles and one of the most visually impressive. But Himeji Castle is not only beautiful. As you walk toward the keep, the route bends again and again, and each gate changes your direction like a carefully planned maze. Even when you can see the keep, you cannot simply walk straight to it. That feeling is part of the design, and it helps you understand how the castle was meant to protect itself. Inside, the elegant image changes. Wooden beams, steep stairs, and narrow spaces remind you that this was not just a scenic building, but a practical structure as well. If you have extra time, visit Kokoen Garden or the Nishinamaru area as well. From Kansai International Airport to Himeji Castle, the trip takes about 2 hours and 20 minutes to 2 hours and 40 minutes by public transportation and walking. Next is Matsumoto Castle, known for its striking black exterior. Reflected in the moat, it looks powerful and elegant at the same time. One of the most interesting things about Matsumoto Castle is that it shows both war and peace. Defensive structures stand alongside a moon viewing turret added in a more peaceful time. Inside the keep, the stairs are very steep and narrow. That difficulty is not a flaw. It helps you feel that you are walking through a real historic wooden castle. Matsumoto Castle was built on flat land and surrounded by water. Instead of photographing only the tower, try to see it together with the moat and the mountains beyond. From Shinshu Matsumoto Airport, it takes about 45 minutes to 1 hour to reach the castle by airport bus and walking. The surrounding shopping streets and old town areas also make Matsumoto enjoyable beyond the castle itself. Hikone Castle is smaller than Himeji, but its value is not about size. It is one of the original keeps still standing in Japan and shows how much character a compact castle can have. As you climb toward the keep, pay attention to the slopes, stone steps, gates, and turrets around you. The approach itself helps you understand how the castle was defended in layers. At the foot of the castle is Genkyu-en Garden, where you can enjoy a very different view of the keep. It is a wonderful place to compare the military side of the castle with a more peaceful landscape. From Kansai International Airport, the trip to Hikone Castle takes about 2 hours and 45 minutes to 3 hours and 15 minutes. It is especially good for travelers who want a slower trip beyond the biggest cities. If you enjoy learning how to experience Japan beyond the usual famous spots, please subscribe to enjoy Japan travel and culture. Next, we will look at castles where the surrounding town and landscape add even more meaning to the visit. Inuyama Castle may look modest compared with larger castles, but its location makes it unforgettable. Standing above the Kiso River, it shows how important geography was in castle design. The river and the natural slope helped protect the castle from one side. This is a good reminder that when you visit a castle, the land around it matters just as much as the building itself. Inside the keep, you will find wooden floors and steep stairs. From the top, the surrounding landscape makes it easy to understand why this location was strategically important. The walk from Inuyama Station to the castle passes through a lively castle town, which makes the journey part of the experience. From Chubu Centraire International Airport, the trip takes about 1 hour and 15 minutes to 1 hour and 30 minutes. Matsue Castle is another beautiful original keep, with a calm black exterior and a strong historic atmosphere. It feels especially rewarding for travelers who enjoy quieter cities. Inside Matsue Castle, pay attention to the thick wooden pillars and the building techniques that help support the structure. Details like these make the castle feel much more real than it does from the outside. One of the best ways to enjoy Matsue is from the moat boat. Seeing the stone walls and castle from water level gives you a completely different perspective from the one you get on foot. The area around the castle also includes old samurai streets, which makes the whole district worth exploring. From Izumo Airport to Matsue Castle, the trip takes about 50 minutes to 1 hour. Osaka Castle is different from the others we have seen so far. The current keep is a reconstructed one, but that does not make the visit less meaningful. Inside Osaka Castle, the keep works as a museum with exhibits about Toyotomi Hideyoshi and the history of the castle. It is a good place for travelers who want history explained clearly and comfortably. Do not focus only on the keep here either. The large moats, massive stone walls, and spacious grounds are impressive, and from Kansai International Airport the trip takes about 1 hour and 20 minutes to 1 hour and 40 minutes. If you want an easy choice for a first trip to Japan, Himeji or Osaka may suit you well. If you want to experience original wooden keeps, Matsumoto or Inuyama are excellent, while Hikone and Matsue are great for slower, deeper travel. Many original keeps have steep, narrow stairs, so comfortable shoes are important. Before your visit, always check the official website for opening hours, temporary closures, accessible areas, and the latest visitor information. Japanese castles become far more interesting when you look beyond the photo of the keep and start noticing the moat, stone walls, gates, and paths. If this video helped you plan your next Japan trip, please like, subscribe, and join me again on Enjoy Japan Travel and Culture.